Hello students, how you all are? Today we will be discussing about the lesson that I have briefed you in the previous video about the of this lesson, a piece of peace. This is the lesson of the students, the team of our students expedition of to the Antarctica continent, and what they felt there and what they could study, and whatever their experiences were there, they found out and they discovered it. So that is there explained here in this chapter, and the whole of the chapter I have already briefed you of, but that explanation was remaining part. So we will be having a quick explanation also, and you see from here I am reading, and in short I am explaining it also. So read and rejoice. Humans have been Humans have always been enthusiastic about exploring and discovering. Antarctica seems to be a frozen piece of land with no permanent human settlements, and yet permanent damage is being done to a place which is peacefully beautiful and literally untouched by human activity. Wonder how? Captain Cook was the first person to cross the Antarctic Circle. Cook's expedition sailed 109 500 kilometers and penetrated further south than anyone before. Despite his first remarkable circumnavigation of Antarctica in 1773, done without losing a single crew member, Cook failed to find the southern subcontinent itself. Cook simply had poor luck. Upon leaving the frozen southern seas for the last time, Cook wrote, thick fogs, snowstorms, intense cold, and every other thing that can render navigation dangerous one has to encounter, and these difficulties are greatly heightened by the inexpressible, horrid aspect of the country. A country doomed by nature never wants to feel the warmth of the sun rays, but to lie for ever buried under everlasting snow and ice. Other explorers had a different point of view. Those who have set foot on the frozen continent have been awe-inspired by its beauty and tranquility. On one of the student expeditions on ice, Mohit Agrawal of class 7 described an experience of lifetime, as he calls it. So, in this story, it is being mentioned that it is being told that Antarctica is a frozen piece of land with the permanent human settlements, with no permanent human settlements there, and it is a very beautiful place. But and also the human being is not, no human permanent settlement is there. And the first expedition to Antarctica was in 1773, when Captain Cook he expedited towards Antarctica, and he sailed 109 kilometers and 500 kilometers, and he just sailed over it, and he did not experience anything about that. Means what is this island? She means about the qualities of the islands he could not understood. Only he just mentioned in that way that thick fogs, snowstorms, and means every not very good weather is there, and there is that type of island where there is no sunlight, means no warmness of sunlight, warmth of sunlight is not there, and it is a country which is very unlucky. In that time he described that it's a type of continent where no human settlements are there. He found it, but he described in a very negative way. But other explorers, they had a different point of view, and they told about their quality also. So this was the expedition of Mohit Agrawal of class 11, and he has described it an experience of a lifetime. Its title is an experience of a lifetime, and in that he has written, he has described it. He recalls with great excitement his wonderful journey to the edge of the earth. There were 16 students and 4 teachers headed by Professor Green. They reached the white continent in the month of September, a fairly good month to explore Antarctica. So, with the whole of the group, they went. Their professor was also there, whose name was Professor Green, and with them they reached in the month of September to Antarctica, and now we will be studying here. The students were surprised to see numerous seals come to shore, and then they were horrified to learn that these seals were killed with clubs or rifles. Professor Green said, sometimes they are shot at in the water from boats. 3 out of 5 seals are lost, and many seals are wounded. Shooting seals in the water is the most destructive method of hunting them. So he saw that on the shore, so many seals. Seals means some fish type of creature or some water being. They come there on the. It is not water there, but it is the glacier type of ice sheet type of thing is there, and on that ice sheet, those the water creatures like seals and these things come, and the seal hunters are there. They try to kill them with the stick or something else like that. The professor entertained the students with a piece of information saying, while trying to kill seals, sealers often get bitten and frequently on the fingers. The result is a very nasty and painful infection as the finger goes septic, followed by the loss of use of that finger. It will still be there but completely immobile. It is known as sealer's finger, ironically not used to pull the trigger to shoot seals. He said that those seal killers kill the seals, but sometimes their finger get infected, and when the finger get infected, it also gives so much pain, and at after some time that finger it becomes useless, so they are not able to do anything, but then also they kill the seals. The group stood at one place and simply turned around. They simply couldn't take enough of the beauty of the quiet star, white glistening land and no wildlife. The 24-hour daylight was an extraordinary experience. So they were standing and seeing the beauty of the island, and at that continent we all know it is 6 months day and 6 months night. So all the 24 hour, it was daytime they went there, and all the 24 hours they were only feeling that it is day. Everything seemed to be out of this world. They noticed that even within a short span of time, climate and weather were not predictable. What they really didn't expect was some of the incredibly warm days they got. Antarctica and warm. Yes, they experienced first-hand evidence of global warming. The warm temperatures were softening the snow and melting the glaciers. So they also noticed that the weather is also not predictable. Just now it is very hot, and just now it will become rain. Just now it is very cold, and just now some temperature will increase. That type of thing is there. Not very hot, but moderate temperature, and at the sometimes suddenly it will start to rain. So that type of temperature is there, and they also felt that. There is the sort of global warming that for that way, because of that the ice are becoming to loose, and it is starting to melt. So while anchored close to Port Lograi, the temperature soared to a tropical 13 degrees Celsius. Mohit couldn't help remarking, this is t-shirt and shorts weather. When they reached towards Port Lograi, so the temperature become 13 degrees Celsius. We all know, as we sit in the AC, then also the lowest temperature is 16 degree, 17 degree. So it is not, it is cold, but it is not very cold that we cannot accept it. And 16 degree, we all 16, 17 degree, we 17 degree I think we can bear. So if it is 13 degree near Antarctica, it is not very cold. So he said that it is the weather of t-shirts and shorts. So today up to here, and next we will be studying in the later video. Thank you and have a wonderful day.